Swift on the
These niggas be talking about me like they know me. Look, you turned your back on me. Dude ain't my homie, but fuck what they say, cause I had to keep going. I'm facing
Like,
it,
hide
I could've been gone. The
for
bitch
them
still alive, she wanted me only. I ain't surprised, don't wanna know why. My head to the sky, my heart on this corner. I'm from the north, I cut that shit short. I pray to the Lord, back then I was homeless.
Actually pretty fucking dope. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Cardboard Collector, aka the GOAT, aka Mr. Sneaker Trapper, aka Sneaker Trapper of the Year every year. We are back again today with another bomb-ass edition of Coming In Hot. Today we're going to discuss the top releases of the first quarter of 2020. I know in the previous video we talked about how jam-packed the 2020 is, so I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a breakdown as these quarters kind of come through the year, and that way you're not just trying to remember every fucking release when it comes out. Got a ton of releases in the first 3 months of this year, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. I mean, there's even we're not even counting this shoe, but the reverse He Got Game that's releasing this weekend, black and white version. If you've seen the He Got Game, then it's the reverse version of that. A general release that is dope quality, and the concept, the idea was executed in a dope ass manner. We're not used to like general releases of just random general releases being that damn dope, but that's a hell of a way to start the year off. Makes me feel like we're on the right foot. So if that is any indication of how the year is gonna go, then Jordan Brand, you got it popping right now. But we're gonna talk about some of the top releases of the first quarter. There are quite a few, but we're gonna pick 5. I'm gonna let you know now. I see the reverse grids. I see, there are 23,000 pairs. That will not be a part of the top 5 releases of 2020 for the first quarter. Simply for the fact being that it's a dope shoe. I'm still on the fence. I gotta see the leather in person. I can't make it a top shoe and I'm still on the fence about it. That would just be me lying to you, the people, and I'm not about to fuck with your feelings like that. Have you running out trying to cop a fucking shoe that it's only 23,000 pairs of, and then you blame me because you didn't get it, or if you do get it, you tell me like, yo, this shit ain't as hot as you said it would be. So until I get closer images, until I see a little more or actually touch it in hand, I'm on the fence. That's the disclaimer. It is not a part of this top 5. Let's get into it. The top 5 shoes of 2020 first quarter. Keep in mind, first quarter. It's the first 3 months here. January, February, March. Upcoming after these He Got Game, the reverse He Got Game, we have another Jordan 13. It is the Chinese New Year version. I know that there are a ton of people looking at this shoe and saying, I don't know. But I also know a lot of fucking people that are saying that shit is fire. I am on the that shit is fire side. I mean, the upper, that's tan suede, this shit is like a premium suede first off. And this is based on photos. I will have this shoe early and I will be doing a review to show you sometime next week. The upper, like that suede, that shit just looks buttery. Like it's like It's a premium suede. Of course, with the Chinese New Year's, they're usually some form of a premium material. They may not say premium material, but they are better leather or suede than the normal general release Jordans that we often tend to get. I don't know about most of you, but I know some of you might actually remember that color palette. The tan, the peanut butter, the pink bottom. I promise you that all of you slept on the fucking shoe that we're talking about. That color has already shown up on another shoe. It's the politics version. A lot of you don't have a P on the back. Shout out to politics. Politics but the tan, the gum, the pink sole. Jordan Brand often gives us an opportunity to get used to a colorway. They throw something out there to try to bait you in. See how you feel about it. And chances are you slept on that fucking shoe. And I ain't talking about the politics version because we know that shit's, it's a special edition. But the regular version of that shoe, you can buy on StockX for $60. You slept. Don't tell me. If you're in the comments and you say you got it, I'm gonna need you to send me like proof of that shit. The Instagram, that shit's on the fucking channel. All that shit is in the top. I need you to like DM me a photo of you with the shoe because I don't believe it. I wouldn't have bought that shit if I wouldn't have, represent. But anyway, that shoe color palette was previously given to us and everyone slept. And then I saw a lot of people that probably said fuck that shoe and still like this one. Silhouette, I guess. It's Jordan 13. The shoe is fire. Like if you sleeping on that shoe, if you sleep on this 13, then God be with you, man. You just don't need to be in this game. Like you don't know quality shoes when you see them. I would challenge any of the other like sneaker YouTubers to jump on some shit and say they hate that shoe. If you say you hate that shoe, make a video and at me in that motherfucker, and I'm coming at your neck. We're gonna settle that shit. But anyway, the shoe is dope. We are looking at premium materials on a Jordan 13. January 25th, I believe. It's fucking dope. The next shoe on our list of the top 5 of 2020 first quarter, January through March, is the Jordan 4 Black Cat. I don't know really anyone that doesn't like this shoe. It's been over a decade since we've had a release of this shoe. On top of that, the last couple of Black Cats, some of them took off a little slow, but for the most part, they have been banging shoes. We had like the Black Cat 6, you had the Black Cat, the 13, had the 3M material on them both. There will be no 3M material on this 4. There's really nowhere to put it under. But Jordan 4s are normally like well-loved shoes. So there's really no, like in between. Like you either love 4s or you don't. And an all black 4 at that, I'm willing to say you probably do. So there's really not a whole lot of time to waste on this. Jordan 4 Black Cat, go get the shoe. Don't waste time and, wait to see if anybody else go gets it, because I promise you, shoes probably gonna sell out, at least in realistic sizes. Like everyone who has had the previous release is gonna go back and get this one because their shit's either crumbling or it's beat to hell and is no more wearing it anyway because it's old as dirt. But pick the shoe up. Nothing to really guess about. So the third shoe on our top 5 releases of 2020 for first quarter, it's January to March, is the Red Cement 3. Like when I first heard about this shit, I was like, yo, Nike, you're tripping. Like you got 2 OG classics, you got a white cement, you got a black cement, and you're gonna take that shit with like a red cement. Because the first pics I saw, it looked like ass. But then we got that close up. And then I saw that tumbled leather. And now I'm like, yo, Nike, you should have dropped this shit a long time ago. You had 3 fucking OG classics by now. Like, red cement 3s. Anybody who has white cement, black cement, it's almost a must that you get the red cement. Like, we're not even going to discuss whether or not you should. Like, you have to. If you don't have any of the others and you see this shoe and you think like, oh, it's not that great, then I probably don't, disagree with your thought process. But if you've ever touched like, that 2011 version of like that white cement, I mean, even like, what was that 2018 version of black cement was even fire. Like, when we normally talk about sneakers, we usually say like, oh, the OG version, like the 3s have not changed. In any of the releases, all of them have been the exact same quality. A good quality. So like, if you decide that you don't want these red cement 3s because they're red and they haven't been around for 30 years like the other white cements or black cements, then that's just being biased and you just old as fuck. But if not, go get this fucking shoe, man, because I'm telling you, the leather, that shit is supple. Like, don't be stubborn and shit. Like, sometimes I want to be stubborn, man, but don't be stubborn and say this isn't an OG colorway, so I'm not going. Nah, man, like, the leather on this shit is the same as the black and white cement 3s. Like, shit is fire, to be honest. Like, I might even go for the double up. I might even go for the old-fashioned double up. Like, why not? So these last 2 sneakers, I kind of saved for the end because I know that they are going to be highly anticipated. And just, it's going to be pandemonium behind both releases. One is already a classic and one will be an instant classic. Both will probably make it onto our top 20 shoes of 2020 at the end of this year. Shit, man. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Like, I'll keep it in order of release as I've done, even though I want to save one till the end. This Jordan 5 off-white collab is going to be crazy. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I don't think there's anyone in the community who doesn't know of this upcoming release. With it being such a hype release, I know there will be tons of individuals out there, both, OG and new or whatever people call themselves now, like sneakerheads going for this release. I mean, the shoe is the big part about this shoe, man, and what I really like about what Virgil did with this shoe. First off, shout out to Virgil, man. Dude's touched just about, every major silhouette Nike has and just bodied it. All while doing like 40,000 other collabs, it appears. But the key with this is that it was treated like a work of art, man. Like, this shoe could potentially change the sneaker culture in the way that it exists right now, for the fact that it is coming out with pre-yellowed soles. Right now, man, the crazy thing is people have like Concord 11s and pretty much any 11 with that clear sole, fucking black metallic 5s, white metallic 5s, whatever shoe you have that's got that clear sole for years has yellowed, and people have tried to find ways how to keep it from yellowing. People have now come out with like soul sauces and shit like that they're using to unyellow the sole of the shoe. And here we have a release that's coming out, first shoe that I know of. I mean, I don't know if anybody else did some shit and we ain't heard about it yet, but with yellowed soles. Like, that shit's mind blowing, for the fact being that you now that shit might just be cool. Like, people who got these Concords and shit, they might just put them on and rock them. Like, no more like unyellowing your soles, de-icing or whatever the fuck you call it, re-ice. I don't know. Fuck, I don't do it. I just kind of, if it's yellow, I probably got like another pair by now because most of them have re-released, all of the 11s rather. And I don't really wear shoes enough, you know, to really get that shit going early enough. But when it happens, I probably still won't de-ice my shit or whatever. But that shit is crazy. Of course, it's off-white, so of course there's going to be a ton of hype. There's going to be a ton of, you know, people lining up and you know, trying to get pairs for resale. Of course, shit's more than likely going to be a draw. I would assume it's a draw. There's a white pair, evidently that is, or cream off-white pair coming, you know, that's rumored to be releasing sometime maybe middle of the year or, you know, shortly thereafter. But I mean, the shoe itself, man, is crazy. The entire construction of the shoe with the looks, I don't even know what that material is. That it's like, if it's not like a satin fucking neoprene, this shit, just like the material isn't even the standard. Like every one of the fives has been like suede or leather or some shit. Like, nah, dude went in completely different directions. So again, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you to go out and get this shoe because I know every fucking body will be trying to get this shoe, including myself. If you get a 13, holla at your fucking boy because I need it. I mean, like, there's really nothing to question around this release. So do your best, get out there and get this release, get this sneaker. You know, you get that 13, holla at me. But anyway, moving on to the final of this list. And I think, shit, this is like one of my longer videos. This shit's gotta be like 16, 17 minutes. I feel like I've been talking forever, and I gotta edit this shit out, so I've probably been talking longer than you'll see. But anyway, the final shoe is an iconic shoe already. Chances are, a lot of you might have been, you know, a little younger if you're, you know, new to the sneaker game, but the OGs, every one of them knows this shoe. And I'm guessing with the recent release of the Concord 11s, there was a change to not issue this shoe as a pack. Previously, the Jordan 6 defining moments was a part of a pack with the 6 and the 11. Of course, you know, the 11 doesn't have the gold Jumpman logo on the side this time, just the general Concord 11 release. But since I guess we got that, Jordan Brand probably decided, you know what, we're not gonna throw the 11 and, you know, the 6 out there because people might not buy this pack because of the simple fact that they just got 11s a year and a half, 2 years ago. So the Jordan 6 DMP is releasing solo. From what I can see, the shoe looks pretty much identical to its OG release in 2006. It's black, the accents are gold. Looks like it's got the gold Jumpman hang tag, gold, you know, heel tab or writing on the heel tab. Everything looks identical to the original release. I mean, the Jordan 6, the first, I guess, 14 in my opinion, Jordans that were released were all pretty much bangers. Of those 14, the first 7, 8 with the exception of the 2. I know a lot of you motherfuckers hate the Jordan 2. I actually kind of like the Jordan 2 in OG colorways. But you know, with the exception of that Jordan 2, the first, you know, 8 pair were pretty damn, you know, iconic. So the 6 of those 8 ranks pretty fucking high. I know a lot of people that consider 6s, 4s, 3s, 6s, and of course 1s as, you know, kind of the top Jordan releases. If you don't agree, feel free to tell me in the comments, what are your favorite, you know, Jordan release numbers? I'd love to know, because I mean, I might even do a video on that, man. What is the best Jordan silhouette ever? So prepare for that. You get enough down here in the comments, then I'll know, you know, kind of where to start with. But this Jordan 6 will sell out. Again, it will sell out. I honestly don't believe that it'll be that many pairs produced. I know we see a lot of shit. There's a lot of people putting up, numbers or whatever on what they, expect pairs to, release at the quantity. I'm not even gonna quote any of them because honestly, man, none of that shit's ever true. It looks like, motherfuckers just be guessing, and then I'll be sitting around thinking like, cause it's 2 million pair. I'm gonna squeeze this shit. To everyone who still doesn't have Bread 11s, remember it was 2.5 million pairs. So at least if that's what they say, I guess like 1.5 million of them shit must have been kids. But either way, man, this shoe will be fucking phenomenal. Feel free to go out and get it. If you sleep, you're gonna miss it. It will sell out. That pretty much wraps up our list of the top 5 releases of the first quarter of 2020. Like I said, with so many releases coming, man, we're gonna have to spread this out a little bit. So I'm gonna do 3 more of these. I'm gonna do, another one for the second quarter, the third, and to wrap the year up. If you feel like I might have got this wrong, then let me know. I'm pretty sure this shit was A+ though. With that being said, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another episode of Coming In Hot.